you can still be able to convert your Canada visitor visa to work permit, like you guys call it. I know some people might want to say, what is Nosa Comedy saying? Is it not this Nosa Comedy that still came here to let us know that that policy has been terminated? How come now we can still be able to convert our Canada visitor visa to work permit? What you don't know is bigger than you. As long as we are willing to learn, knowledge will come. I think it was in August of 2020, the Canadian government, during that period of COVID, decided to introduce a temporary policy that could allow visitor visa holders to come into Canada, search for jobs, apply for jobs, and if given those LMI or LMI exempt jobs, they could apply for a work permit from within Canada. So after the Canadian government realized that people were trooping in to Canada and some bad actors right there in Canada took advantage of that temporary policy to bring people to Canada to do cheap labor and in the process deny Canadians of getting jobs. And also they told us that that contributed to the housing crisis which they are currently going through right there in Canada. And as such, decided to terminate that temporary policy. So even with the termination that occurred on the 26th of August, 2024, you can still be able to convert your visitor visa. Yes, so this is what this content is all about. And also, if you are just coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Nosa Comedy, the man with the remedy. Many of my fans call me Nosa from the source. That is because I bring legit information directly from the source to you undiluted. And I am broadcasting right here from the United States of America to you, wherever you might be watching this content from. Thank you very much. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do well to do so because a lot is happening here. Right here, we say it the way it is. We don't sugarcoat anything. And I want to honestly and sincerely thank my returning and existing subscribers. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate you guys. And please give this video a big like, or you want to call it a big fat thumbs up, so that YouTube can recommend this content to those who might be interested. Don't forget, do well to subscribe, guys. Thank you very much. Let's go into this content proper. Yes, like I said earlier, you can still be able to convert your Canada visitor visa to a work permit, even after the termination of that temporary policy. How is this even possible? Now, there are many of you right there who still have their Canada visitor visas. Don't forget that even before the termination of that temporary policy, if you go to Canada with your visitor visa, you needed a Canadian employer to give you a job. And that job has to be an LMI job or an LMI exempt job before you could convert or apply for a work permit from within Canada. So now the difference here is that you as a person, even with your visitor visa, you can go to Canada for conference, for visit, to visit friends and family, for vacation, for tourism, for business meetings. And while you are in Canada, you can decide to see what Canada has to offer. Also for employers, let me use the word also, ask questions. If you can find a Canadian employer to give you a job offer, even while you are there on that visitor visa, You can apply for a work permit. But the difference now is that you cannot apply for that work permit while you are inside Canada. That application for that work permit has to be done from outside. That is the difference here. So when people are saying, oh, they have cancelled that policy, you can no longer convert visitor visa to work permit, that is not absolutely true. What they are saying is that you can no longer convert a Canada visitor visa from inside Canada, from within Canada. Because under the temporary policy that just got terminated, you could go to Canada, get that job, apply for a work permit inside Canada without you having to leave. So the change here now is that you, now as a person, you need to go to your country of origin or country of citizenship to do that application. You can no longer just do it within Canada. Because when it comes to submission of your passport to get that visa, that work visa, you are going to do that passport submission from outside Canada, not inside. You understand? So, you as a person that is going to Canada, there are cases, even before this temporary policy, even before this temporary policy was terminated, people used to go to Canada, even with the visitor visa, or visitor visas rather. They will get jobs. They will go back to their country of origin or country of citizenship to process that work permit from there. So for those of you who already have these Canada visitor visas, you can decide to say, okay, let me start networking, because it is very, very important. For those who might not understand what I mean by networking, is that you can start to reach out to people right there in Canada from your home countries and let people know that you have this visa. If it is possible for you to get jobs, you can even come to Canada to discuss with the employer, or you can do the discussion from your countries. If you have somebody you can stay with in Canada, which will save you a lot of money, you can decide to say, okay, I can go to Canada to go and spend 6 months as a visitor. I have a brother, I have a sister, I have a friend, I have a cousin, I have a nephew, I have a niece, I have an uncle, I have an auntie. Let me go there. While you are there on a visit, you can still be looking around, put your ears to the ground, be asking questions. And by so doing, you can be very lucky to get employer, especially if you have skills before leaving your countries to Canada for this whatever visit or tourism that is taking you there. Because the more skills you have, the better chance for you to get an employer to give you a job. It is just what it is. Because now many of you are thinking, oh, now that that temporary policy has been cancelled, let me just keep my visa in one corner. No. Now is even the time where you have to start networking, start making friends, start talking to people who have relatives in Canada, if they can be able to link you up. It is just link. It is just who you know. Have the necessary skills. If you have this visa and you have not learned any skill, go and learn something. Learn 1 or 2 skills that would make you stand out. It is very, very important because you can't just be looking at your visa there. Even though that visa you have, to be honest, it is a very big hope. It is a lifeline. Because I have said before that as time proceeds, I will be bringing you many updates on how you can go with that Canal VV, like I usually say. So that is just basically it, you understand? Because you, as a person, from back home, you can be applying for online jobs. We have Indeed. We have the Canada Job Bank. Have a LinkedIn profile. You can get jobs on LinkedIn too. And also try to network with people who are in Canada. It is very, very important, I am telling you. So for people to be saying, oh, you can no longer convert a visitor visa. You can no longer convert a visitor visa. That is not true. You can no longer convert that visitor visa from within Canada. You can do that conversion from outside. If, let's say you are from Nigeria, you go to Canada, and while you are there, you are lucky to get an LMIA job or an LMIA exempt job. All you have to do, apply for a work permit from your country of origin because you already have a visitor visa. It has not expired. You can enter Canada and leave Canada. All you have to do is go back to Nigeria. From Nigeria, you apply for the work permit. You can apply from inside Canada, but you have to do the application submission from outside Canada. So you can still convert that visa, but you cannot do that conversion from within or from inside Canada. So this is basically what this content is all about. We learn every day. For those who didn't know, now you know. So you can start strategizing. So in the comment section, just let me know what you want me to make the content on next, and I will look into it and deliver. Have a good one, guys. Thank you very much.